Coming up in episode 1, we board a ferry to France, we cross an historic bridge, we check out a local tiger, and we stumble across a beautiful chateau. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. You join me at the start of my next adventure, which this time is down to Corsica from the UK. So the plan is for a 10-day trip, 3 days down through France, then a ferry from Toulon across to Bastia on Corsica, and then 4 days on Corsica just enjoying the roads, scenery, food, etc. before doing the whole thing in reverse back to the UK. I'll flash up a map to give you a quick rough idea of the route, and I look forward to taking you with me on what promises to be a really great trip. I'm the motorcycle wanderer. Let's get on the road. I'm not the biggest fan of ferries, but there is something special about standing on the rail of the ship when you're leaving port late at night, knowing that you're embarking on a new adventure. And this was no different. It was really great to see Portsmouth lit up like this. Some of the naval ships in harbour, some of them having maintenance done, and seeing the Spinnaker Tower lit up like this really was quite special. And also knowing that in the morning you're going to wake up in a different country and you've got a whole new adventure in front of you.
Perfect, thank you.
So we arrived in Caen, France at about 7:30 the next morning and disembarked into a beautiful day in a new country. We were going to spend 3 days travelling the length of France down to Toulon, where we get the ferry across to Corsica, the final destination for the trip.
My man's still here. Morning, bonjour. Perfect, merci, thank you. Right hand lane. Right hand lane, let's do that. Here we are in Caen.
So this is Pegasus Bridge, the starting point of the D-Day landings in 1944, and we'll cover this in more detail on the way back. Not sure which episode that'll be, but the way back up through France we stop off here and we talk about this a bit more and take a few more photographs, so stay tuned for that.
Good morning YouTube, and you join me on the road in France. So this is the start of the Corsica trip, 11 days down to Corsica and back from the UK. We just got off the ferry in Caen and we're heading south through France today, currently in Ranville, just south of the port of Caen. We've just gone over the Pegasus Bridge and we're heading down to look at the last tiger in France. So stay with me, come along with me, and I'll show you the sights along the way.
So we stopped off in Venaco, just south of Caen, to look at this old relic from the Second World War. So this is the last tiger in Brittany, so it's a tiger tank left by the Germans, run out of fuel, so the story goes, and remained here ever since. So it's had a few parts pinched off it, but it's generally whole, and it's worth a stop off, so just by the main drag in Venaco.
So it's a bit later in the day now, and you join us travelling down through France towards Bourges, and I believe we're about 100 miles or so north of Bourges, so probably due there mid-afternoon. We stay there for tonight before proceeding on to Gap tomorrow. The weather is fantastic, as you can see. What we're just showing 24 degrees just now, so it's beautiful. Long may this continue. And we've chosen the no motorways, no tolls route, hence the small twisty roads that you see us on now. And it's working out quite well. My sat-nav has decided to die, so I'm relying on my friend up ahead to provide the guidance, and it's working out just swimmingly. So I'll check in later, probably when we stop for a bit of lunch. See you later. So this is Phrase, and it's got this beautiful old building here, church, abbey, whatever that may be. I'll just stick the bike over here. Oh. So we just pulled over in Phrase on our way down to Bourges, and notice this spectacular building. It's a very interesting construction, isn't it? I guess this used to be a moat. So yeah, really impressive building. It's in Phrase. I'll put the name up on the screen. But yeah, I'm surprised this is not better known. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's just me that doesn't know about it. But lovely village as well. This is what I love about France. Just these hidden gems in the middle of the countryside. So we are pressing on down towards Bourges. Well, I say pressing on. We're taking it steady today, and it's very enjoyable, very nice. We're not rushing along. We will stop for some lunch shortly. It's just after 12 now, and I think we'll get to our destination for about 4, which is about on target. So yeah, it depends if we see any more nice villages. That could drag it out a bit. Anyway, talk to you later. So yeah, just having a spot of lunch. I think we've got about 70, 80 miles to go. We're in a village called Binas, B-I-N-A-S, and Bourges is about 70 miles, I think, something like that. On the map of France, we're sort of dead level with Orléans, so we're making good progress. It's only 20 to 2 in the afternoon. Place we've got booked, we check in from 4 o'clock onwards. So yeah, we're about on time. And I'll talk to you again when we get there. See you soon. That's rather pretty. The Loire. It is very wide at this point. Oh, lovely island in the middle there. So we're still trucking along towards Bourges. It's 27.5 degrees. It's been quite a warm afternoon. We just stopped and refueled and got some supplies at Carrefour Market, and we've got about 42 kilometers or 24 miles, 25 miles or so to run until Bourges. So we should be there at about 4:30. So just about bang on schedule. Been a nice ride today, nice and relaxed after getting off the ferry at Caen. So yeah, the final bit down to Bourges, and I'll check back in with you then. Bourges Centre, I guess that's us. Oh, it's no entry except for bicycles, so straight on then. Oh, there you go. That's the one we want. That is the one we want. Weird. Okay. Yes. Yeah, this is it. Well, I'm a completely different body like this. Right, here we are in Bourges. This is our courtyard. That's our front door. That's the garage where the bikes are tucked away. But I'll show you more of that in the morning. Let's go and grab something to eat and get a beer, maybe. Oh, there's a bar there. We need to go no further. Excellent. So I guess that is a cathedral-like structure. It's a shame it has some scaffolding up, but it doesn't detract too much from the beauty of that in the sunlight. I think this is us, isn't it? Le Comptoir de Paris.
Yeah, I think so.
So this is Bourges by night. Turns out this is a beautiful city. Impressive cathedral, great bars, good social life, although partially boosted because we're here on the night before public holiday. But yeah, cracking place. If you're thinking of places to stay in France, consider Bourges in the Department 18. And with that, I bid you good night.
Coming up in episode 2, we get our first view of the French Alps, we get our first taste of Alpine roads, and we start to ride the Route Napoleon.
So good morning from Bourges. It's about 9:15. Had a great night here last night. Just going to access the garage where the motorcycles are. This is the lovely accommodation they had last night. So all the bikes safe and sound, nice courtyard area. So today we're going to hit the road. Quite a big day today. We're going to go down to Gap, get ourselves positioned hopefully for the Route Napoleon the following day. So I think it's about 330 miles today. Should be some nice scenery along the way, so I'll be filming, I'll be talking to you, etc. So let's get on the road. Okay, let's do that, then we'll turn right. Mine's saying straight up and then another left. We are going left. Actually got away on time as well, didn't we? Oh, there's another one down there, is there? Yeah. Oh yeah. This is Charlou, a village of character. Oh, hello. Just pulled over for a quick stop. Still on our way to Gap. Just under 200 miles to go, so always knew today was going to be a big day, biggest day of the trip. Oh, and it's public holiday as well, so everything's closed. So we may have to go without lunch, but that's okay. But look at this spot we stopped at, it's just beautiful. The countryside's been fantastic all the way along. Let me turn this around so you can see it. And of course the weather is fantastic as well. So we'll continue on. Maybe check in again a bit later if we stop again. I'll try and catch any sort of scenic bits along the way. The roads are getting slightly better, getting a bit more hilly, a little bit more twisty. So maybe take some more video once we get into that properly. And yeah, we'll keep cracking on towards the hotel. So stop for a little bit of food. Not really the conventional. It's a bit of rotisserie chicken that we found from a catering van at the side of the road. So not a lot else open, but yeah, you know, it's doing the job. Our first view of the Alps ahead. Still very snowy on the top. Not that we'll be going to the top. So I've got 158k, so just about 100 miles remaining to where we're staying tonight, which is just outside of Gap, and that puts us in a perfect position for the Route Napoleon tomorrow. That's a view. So we're on the final approach now towards the hotel for tonight, which is just outside of Gap. So we've got about 3 kilometres to run. Been a long day today. Well, I've covered 337 miles in total. Biggest day we expect to do on this trip, so good to get that behind us. I'm ready for a beer and a bit of food. And we struggled a little bit for food today as it's Labour Day, 1st of May in France, and almost everything was closed, so it's worth bearing that in mind if you're travelling through France. Sundays, sometimes Mondays, public holidays, very difficult to find food. But all will be well. We've got a table reserved in the restaurant, so we will eat our own body weight in French cuisine. Talk to you again when we get to the hotel. I think this might be it, but I can't see for the sun. Hotel restaurant, here we go. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. It's a bit exclusive, isn't it? Let's make it our own. So we just arrived at the hotel, Les Olivades, near Gap. It's like a really nice hotel. Been a long day. It's about 6:30 in the evening now. Ready for a beer. Looking forward to tomorrow now. Getting to some really good roads: Route Napoleon, Gorge de Verdun, and then down to Toulon for the ferry tomorrow night. So looking forward to a big meal here now, and check in with you later. So this is the hotel, or rather we're out in the garden at the back of the restaurant. So the restaurant's downstairs in the same building. Let me turn this around so you can have a look at the area. It's really quite nice. There's a whole sort of garden area. We've got some outdoor seating. The weather is tip top, just could not be better. And that's the hotel itself there. So down on the lower floor is the restaurant. Looks lovely. We've got a table booked in there in about 40 minutes. Middle floor is reception, and then the top floor, the rooms. Our rooms are around at the other side. Got a balcony. This is down as a 3-star restaurant, 3-star hotel, but it's really nice. It doesn't strike me as 3-star right now. I'm going to enjoy a well-earned beer. It's been a long old day. Mission accomplished, and talk to you later. Morning all. Start of day 3. I'm at the hotel in Gap. Just going to load the bike, get ready to leave. When I say get ready to leave, not before I've had a bit of breakfast, of course. Right, let's get the bike loaded. There's a fellow biker from Luxembourg here on his KTM. Didn't actually meet up with him in the hotel, but so a really good night's rest here. The meal last night at the restaurant was great. Prices are reasonable, I guess. Little on the expensive side, but not too much. So in Gap, we're just, I'm guessing a little bit, maybe 60k, 70k south of Grenoble. So right in the Alps region. And we're sort of on the route Napoleon sort of thing. Let me turn you around again. And this morning the intention is to ride some of the route Napoleon, possibly only as far as Castellane, and then we intend to turn right along the Gorge de Verdun. That's the plan. We've got plenty of time to do it. We'll just see how the day goes. It's going to be an easier day than yesterday. I mean, yesterday was a fantastic day, don't get me wrong. It was a cracking day of riding. And at the end of the day, we got some more twisty roads as we approached the Alps. So that was fantastic. But it was a long day and it was a hot day. So quite tiring, but cracking. You know, a day on the bike on those roads is always a good day. So today, yeah, Route Napoleon, Gorge de Verdun, and then tonight we need to be at Toulon for the ferry across to Corsica, which of course is the objective for the trip. And then once there, we've got 4 full days on Corsica, so really looking forward to that as well. So catch up with you when we're on the road. Wow. So good morning. Join us on the road out of Gap towards Digne, and as you can see, fantastic view, fantastic road, great weather. What more could you want? So expect to get to Digne in about an hour and a half or so, and then from there we'll go down to Castellent and we'll make a couple of decisions there about the route onward. Talk to you later. This is the D900C, still en route to Digne, but this is a cracking road to incorporate in your route if you're down in this neck of the woods. You saw the rock tunnel that we just came through, and it's just super green and lush at this point. Not a road to be rushed, but it's well worth it for the view. This is about as picturesque as it comes, isn't it? Yeah.
So this ride down from Gap to Digne-les-Bains in the morning was just elevated by the genius decision to take the D900C followed by the D900. Both of these roads were great, and it got us down to Digne with a big smile on our face, and we still had the main feature ahead of us.
Just arriving in Digne-les-Bains after riding down the D900 for the last 50 or so kilometres. Absolutely stonking road, beautiful, really enjoyed it, and we plan on stopping for a coffee here. So let's see if we can find somewhere. Nice shady boulevard. I was going to go here. Stick it up against the plants, and I've done with it. So just stopped for a coffee here in Digne-les-Bains. This place just behind us. Beautiful, nice coffee. And now it's on the road again to Castellane. It's only about 54k, so maybe hour and a half, and we'll stop again there and make some decisions on where we're going to go next. So talk to you then.
So that was a great coffee stop in Digne-les-Bains, and it set us up nicely to tackle one of the main attractions for the France leg going south, which was the Route Napoleon. So here we are, just hitting the N85 just south of Digne, heading for Castellane, and this is going to be a great stretch of road.
doable.
So here we are arriving at Castellan, and I'm slightly euphoric after covering the upper half of the Route Napoleon from Digne. Now this road continues on down to Grasse and beyond to Cannes, and it's much in the same vein. It really is an absolutely fantastic road, and I'd put it in the top 5 roads that I've ridden. So this is the N85 from Digne, and it turns into the D4085 to continue down to Castellan.
So we just stopped in Castellan for a sandwich, and I think that's probably going to be the end of the episode for today due to the amount of footage I've just got, and then we'll continue tomorrow onward down the gorge to Verdun. Sorry about the noise. So thanks for coming along, and we'll see you tomorrow in the next episode.
Coming up in this episode, we ride the Gorge du Verdun, we take in some beautiful views, and we board our second ferry of the trip at Toulon. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. You join us after a nice spot of lunch in Castellan, where we've just left, and we're now starting to ride along the beautiful Gorge du Verdun. It's a river gorge located in the southeast of France, and it's the largest gorge in Europe. The weather's perfect, the scenery is going to be fantastic, so please join me as we get on the road.
impressive overhang. I'm just blown away by these beautiful limestone formations on either side of the gorge, and these date back to the Jurassic period and have been revealed over thousands of years as the Verdon River has slowly carved out this stunning gorge. It's left this absolutely fantastic landscape that I feel privileged to ride through on a day as beautiful as this. Impressive overhang. Not surprisingly, this route proved popular with cyclists and motorcyclists alike, all keen to take in this stunning view. There weren't too many opportunities to pull in and take a photograph, so when they presented themselves we tended to do exactly that. I know we still have quite a bit to go. Yeah. So it'll be the D957 off to the left just after we've gone past the tip of the lake. I can see you.
As I pulled over at this viewpoint, I was really struck by the vibrant turquoise colour of the lake down below, and also the lack of guardrail. So here we overlook the Lac de Saint Croix and the Pont de Galetas, and we'll be stopping closer to the Pont de Galetas a little bit further on along the gorge. The car park looked a little rammed, and we found a nice area just next to the road and left the bikes there. Sightseeing completed, it was time to get on the bikes again, continue heading south towards Toulon. At times along this route, you could have been forgiven for thinking that you were in Tuscany.
It's a nice tree. Right, we're here in Oops, that's AUPS. Stopping for a quick coffee before we continue on to Toulon. So we are leaving Oops and heading south to Toulon, where we should arrive in 1 hour and 33 minutes according to the sat-nav, and then we're going to board the ferry to take us to Corsica overnight. So stick with me and I'll talk to you when we get to the ferry. So just in the centre of Toulon now, just looking for the port. Which hopefully is this way.
So finding the port was fairly straightforward, and once there the initial boarding process was pretty easy as well, providing you had the app on your phone with the relevant QR code, and we were directed to go past all the traffic and board first. So we did exactly that.
C'est le même. Parfait. Merci.
So once on board the ferry, we got directed to the area where we'd be parking, and it was apparent that we were just going to park the bikes next to each other. No strapping down was required. I guess the crossing was calm, but yeah, it doesn't leave you with a warm fuzzy feeling inside that your bike's going to be left unstrapped, but I guess that's just the way they do it, and it all turned out well in the end.
So here we are finally on the ferry from Toulon to Bastia. Slightly chaotic boarding procedure, but we're on most of the way through the first beer. Big queue at the bar, could be a while to the second beer, but that's okay, you know, we can do this. And we should be setting sail shortly, maybe 15-20 minutes I think, scheduled time. I think we're on time. So let me flip you around so you can see the port of Toulon. So there we are. I'm just outside the bar Panorama, and this is the port as it's laid out in front of me. Temperature wise it's cooled down a little bit, which is nice. And the nice thing about being on with a motorcycle is you get waved through to the front of the queue. So the lady tells you to overtake everything, go on first, which we did. So you get to the bar first, which is nice because there's a huge queue now. So yeah, it works quite well. So the feeling is good so far. A little bit chaotic, not sure how to book the restaurant, so I'll check in later and let you know if that was successful. But the good news is we're on the ferry. Tomorrow morning, 06:30, we will be in Corsica, and then we've got 4 full days in Corsica. So I look forward to bringing that to you. Thank you for following me so far. I still am the motorcycle wanderer, I think, and let's adventure more in the coming days. See you soon. So it's about 10 p.m. Just got back to the cabin after a few beers and a nice evening meal. We're due in at Bastia at 06:30 in the morning. We did depart Toulon a little bit early, so maybe we'll be a touch early in Bastia as well. But anyway, I'll check in with you then, and it'll be a big welcome to Corsica. I can't wait.
Coming up in this episode, we finally arrive at Corsica. We take in some stunning mountain scenery, and we stop in a beautiful town for lunch. Good morning. It's about 5:45. That is the coast of Corsica, the northern coast. We're just sort of gone around the tip. We're just coming down to arrive at Port of Bastia. So the ship just following us there. The sun's just starting to come up in the distance. The temperature's agreeable. So it's going to be a beautiful day once we get off the boat. So stick with me. We'll get on to Corsica. Good morning. Deck. I don't know if you can hear me. A little bit chaotic. Hemmed in by cars everywhere. In front of the bikes. Very hot. Just waiting now for them to get some of these cars out of the way. Wow. Well, that was a job getting out of there. You like a bit of chaos? Corsica ferries are for you. But anyway, let's put that behind us. Here we are. Welcome to Corsica. And what a beautiful morning. Push in. That's how the French would do it. You see, he's just done it. Have I done you? First junction in Corsica. Cap Corse, that's us, isn't it? Wait, yeah, it is. So it was great to finally get to the island of Corsica, obviously the objective of this trip, and it was a wonderful morning. Just started riding along, following the coast, up the northern part up towards Cap Corse, and pulled over for a quick check on the scenery here. It didn't disappoint. Just stopped for a quick coffee and a pan au chocolat, and now we're going to progress up towards the Cap Corse. See you on the road. So with the coffee inside us, we continued round the northern peninsula, and the roads were just fantastic, as you can see here, just corner after corner. I don't think I've ever ridden roads so twisty, and beautiful scenery to boot as well, so life just doesn't get any better than this. And we continued with this fantastic ride round towards Saint Florent. No room for error there. Oh, that's the cheapest fuel we've seen. Oh, hello, last minute decision. That's what he thought as well. That's cheap. He nearly took out that nice old classic then. Oh, well, I'll just let her across. So this is Saint Florent. So we've come round the northern peninsula, and we're just turning west now towards Île-Rousse and Calvi, and then eventually we'll start to head south down to Porto, which is where our accommodation for the night is. The roads have been mega twisty, and it looks like they'll continue in that vein for the rest of the day. So we're using the sides of the tyre, the weather's cracking, and it's a lovely day of riding. We're probably going to try and find a bit of lunch around Île-Rousse, so I'll check back in then.
take this right. Yeah. The bollard there. Yeah, doing it. Right, yeah, I think I'll go right away. There we go, that'll do.
So just arriving in Ile-Rousse here. As usual, I forgot to film lunch. It was at the place on the left here. It was really nice. This is a quick shot of the main square. So nice place, well worth a visit.
Yes, American pumps. Left, I think. What do you reckon? So that was Ile-Rousse for lunch, and now we're going to carry on along the coast towards Calvi and then start heading round the coast down to the south towards Porto, where we'll stay this evening. Well, I thought Calvi would be a lot prettier than this. Maybe we're just not in the pretty bit. Okay, you find us on the D81B. We've just gone through Calvi, come out the other side, and this is the coast road down to Galleria and Porto. I think it said it was about 75k from Calvi down to Porto. It's not the fastest road in the world, so it could take us some time, but it's going to be enjoyable. And it's beautiful as well, very rugged. as you can see, the surface has degraded somewhat, but it's still beautiful. It's still good fun. That's a long drop. That's a cyclist. That's another cyclist. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Oh, I think we might want to go that way anyway. We do. Should we? Yeah, I saw that and thought, you know, do without it. Should we? Well, that's a big step. Should we stop here? Yeah. I'm going to go beyond that thingy and turn round. I think that's a good plan. Just pull in here. Oh, there's the Swiss boys behind us. I'll block him in. I want to park prettily. Oh, it's gone a long way over again. Oh, cows on the road. Cows with horns on the road, yes. Might be a cafe here. This is the beach of Galeria. Is that a cafe? That's a cafe. Should we pull in here? So this is Galleria. Just stopped for a quick coffee, maybe a bowl of ice cream, we'll see. Bikes are over there, nice view out over the bay. So yeah, let's have a quick break. About 45k to go, I think, after this, down to Porto, so not far at all. This is the bay at Galleria. It's quite a nice spot. Now we've just got the last bit to head down to Porto. See you on the road. Is this the top? I think it is. Yeah, shall we pause? Oh, there's a goat. ornate water fountain. Yeah, I think it might be down this one here. That doubles back on us, yeah. Yep, pretty short. Not sure he's going to get round there, but he has. Yeah, I think this is us. I think it's here, yeah, this is it. So here we are, we've arrived in Porto. That's obviously Porto in Corsica, not Portugal, but it's a properly beautiful place, just set in a quite a secluded bay. It's nice and quiet, as you can hear. A whole bunch of hotels, but I think we're quite early in the season, so there's not too much going on, and it's cracking. So you're just sat in this beautiful bay here, you know, red rocks on the side, a few hotels on the front. It's beautiful and calm. Well, it doesn't get much better than this, to be honest. You know, you've got restaurants on the front here, on the terrace, and there's a little castle or keep thing on the top there that we may or may not go up to. We'll see. I would thoroughly recommend this place if you're looking for something on the sort of west coast of Corsica. The roads down to here are fantastic as well. So yeah, this is us for the evening. Tomorrow the plan is to head further down south, and we end up near Bonifacio on the southern tip of Corsica. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
Coming up in this episode, we ride some rocky coastal scenery, ride up a mountain for lunch, and we explore Bonifacio.
Good morning, welcome back to the channel. You find us in Porto in Corsica. Bit of rain in the air this morning, but not too much. So today we're going to head out initially east towards the mountains. We're going to see what the weather's like, see how the roads are, etc. Make a decision from there on whether we turn south or we carry on heading east. But the target for today is Bonifacio, down right on the southern tip of Corsica. So one way or another, we'll make our way down there. Take you with me, and talk to you later. See you on the road. Yeah, what? So here we are on the road out of Porto. So a fantastic stay last night, really nice place, nice meal, a few beers. Can recommend it if you're on the west side of Corsica. So today we're heading out towards the mountains. We're just going to see what this weather does. As you can see, it's a little bit damp. So we'll see what the weather does and see if we carry on into the mountains or formulate a plan B. So I'll get out of Porto, we'll get on the road and catch up with you then. Right, waterproof jacket time. What I should really have done is got my Gore-Tex gloves out with the pannier this morning, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should have done that. Yeah, well.
Plenty of cyclists out this morning despite the rain.
A fancy restaurant.
This restaurant did look great, but we resisted the temptation, carried on regardless. So as predicted, the rain started again and we needed to stop to put waterproofs on. We were really conscious here at this point that we didn't want the camper van ensemble to catch up with us, so it was a quick change, or as quick as we could make it anyway.
So we're on the road now, out of Porto once again. So I made a slight error this morning. We didn't fuel up before we left Porto, and we got up into the mountain, followed the route in for the nearest fuel station, and ended up back in Porto. So bit of a snafu. But anyway, we're out of Porto again now, but as a result we've taken the coast road now just to get us a bit further south to where we need to be, and we can resume normal service a bit later. But this road is pretty lovely. We just got a bit more rain, so we're all waterproofed up again. Hopefully as we go further south this should improve. That's what the forecast says, but we'll see if that turns out to be true or not. So stay on this coast road, heading south, and talk to you soon. Climbing out of Ajaccio now, so we went out past the airport, around the airport. We're now on the D302 heading south. So there's sort of three options if you're going to head south out of Ajaccio. The main drag cuts down the centre, you've got the coast road, and then you've got this one in the middle, which looks like sort of best of both worlds if you like. As you can see, super twisty, good surface, although a little bit damp, but yeah, looks like a cracking road. We've got a sandwich in the back box, and we're going to stop for lunch shortly to eat the sandwich, to find a nice spot. So I'll check in then. Blimey, what a road. It's a shame it's not bone dry, but even so, what a road. So that's the view out over the bay around Ajaccio. Beautiful. And the sun's finally coming out, which is nice as well. Right, spot a lunch. Talk about lunch with a view. Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
What you see now, don't you feel like caught and loose? Yeah, caught and loose, caught and loose. I'm alive, I do die. My mind stretched out on the canopy. My dreams getting bigger than you and me. I'm alive, I do die.
So with a great lunch inside us, we carried on down the 302, really popular road for motorcycles for obvious reasons. The twist is continued, maybe not to the same degree, but the scenery got great, the views got great, and we just carried on enjoying this road.
Close my eyes, can you feel it too? Don't wanna be alone when I got you. Escape with me, let me fall into you. Don't you feel like breaking free? Open your eyes, embrace what you see now. Don't you feel like...
So we're still winding our way along on these little country roads. This is a little white section of road. Just after we came down the main 302, this is a smaller part of the D302. As you can see, it's still very windy. Surface is reasonably good here, although there was a very poor bit at the beginning. Temperature's not too hot, but we've got a bucket load of rain this morning, so the humidity is going through the roof. So it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's okay, it's better than rain. So we're still proceeding south, currently showing us arriving at the hotel at 4:11 PM. So still quite early in the grand scheme of things. I'll catch up with you later. Properly out of the way and perched. Look at the view.
So the D302 had been a great road, but as it ended now, we transitioned onto the T40, a more major road that will get us down south a bit quicker.
77 clicks to Bonifacio. yay. Sure he's going out the inn. So here we are, still on the road to Bonifacio, but we are on the coast again, and look at this for a vista. Just fantastic. And the sun's come out again, temperatures come up, 26 degrees now. And the roads continue to be magnifique. I thought this road was going to be a bit of a letdown, but it's no such thing, is it? So this is Bonifacio, an impressive citadel, tree covered cliffs, and the sun just to finish it off nicely. So it's quite a mixed bag today. So we started off with some rain as we headed into the mountains, then needed to go back to Porto to get fuel in the rain. I left Porto, it was dry briefly, started raining again, but by lunchtime it stopped, and since then it's been hot and humid because of the rain. So anyway, we find ourselves in Bonifacio. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon, so it's nice and early. Don't know how many miles we've covered, I'm guessing, but it's only about maybe 140, 150, something like that. But miles take a long time in Corsica because the roads are very twisty, as you've seen from some of the videos. But yeah, beautiful day's ride, and again very hot. Looking forward to a beer. So we'll look around here a bit more, and then we'll go to the hotel, which is about 6 kilometres away, so very close. Talk to you then. Attractive little square with a view over the bay. So Bonifacio looks like a very popular tourist destination, mainly denoted by the tourist train in front of me. But yeah, this old town has got some charm. There's plenty of motorcycle parking, so we chose some up at the end of town, but they're dotted all over the place, marked by green slots with a motorcycle symbol on them. They're all free. So if you're coming down here on a motorcycle, it's quite easy to park. We didn't really struggle. and you get all this to look at. It's beautiful.
So with Bonifacio explored, we set off on the final 6 kilometres down to our hotel for the night.
Oh. Right, I think that pink building might be it. Or it might not.
So with my usual mastery of navigation, I managed to ride straight past the hotel. Nothing that a quick U-turn wouldn't solve, and I was soon back in the hotel car park and ready for a nice cold beer.
Here we are, Hotel de Golf and restaurant.
Coming up in this episode, climb into the mountains in the sunshine, encounter a large group of mountain goats, and discover why the mountains are so lush after all.
So good morning. You find us just outside of Bonifacio, staying at the Hotel du Golf. Didn't do a video last night, my apologies for that. It's quite a warm day and a beer was beckoning, so today the plan is to head up north. We're staying up near Corse, which is in the interior in the mountains. So coast bit first up to Porto Vecchio and then head inland. Today's all weather dependent. There's a bit of rain knocking about, so we may vary the route depending on that. So yeah, come with us, see how we get on. So good morning everybody. So on the road out of, I want to say Bonifacio, but it was a commune of Bonifacio, so just outside. Hotel de Golf, really pleasant night's stay, nice evening meal, lovely quiet location, so a good sleep. And now we're on the road with the end destination for today of Venaco, which is up towards Corte in the interior, in the mountains. So we're going to take a wheelie route, weather permitting. There's a bit of rain knocking about today, so we're going to do our best to avoid it and vary the route accordingly, and we'll take you with us. So stick with us and we'll hopefully take you on some nice twisty roads. Right, so we stopped to put the waterproof sun in Porto Vecchio. We've got a full tank of fuel. And now we're going to try the mountains.
As we headed into the hills, although we had wet roads, we got a little bit of sunshine that was raising optimism that it may recover and stay dry, but soon enough it became wet and turned a bit misty, and that sort of set the theme for the day. We caught up with this Africa Twin, 2's up, and we followed that for a while. Lovely old bike, and enjoyed watching that sweeping around the bends in front of us.
So we're in the hills above Porto Vecchio, sort of northwest of Porto Vecchio. and just stopped for a quick coffee, and we're proceeding now into the mist with a bit of rain. And as you can see, lots of other bikers out. It's quite a popular biker road, but a little bit slower today due to the mist. Oh, another dog in the road up here. Seems to be a thing. Hello son, which side do you want to go? You go that way, I'll go this way. Alright.
It became quite a regular occurrence to see one of these dogs on entry to a village, almost like they were checking up on all who visited.
That looks good, doesn't it?
It did indeed look good and smell good, so good that we stopped for lunch.
So we've just stopped in a place called, oh, it escapes me, what's this place called? Alern. It's on the D420 anyway. So yeah, we're going to go and get a bit of lunch here. See you in a minute.
So it turned out to be a really great place for lunch, and I had a very hearty stew, which it turned out, as the day panned out and the weather got worse, I was really glad I'd had a hearty lunch. So yeah, keep watching for that weather. So as we left the village, we left the D420 and joined the D69 and headed up to Bonifacio. You can see Bonifacio just ahead there, shrouded in clouds. Once you leave the main drag in Corsica, the roads get narrow and twisty, but there's an awful lot of pleasure picking along these roads at a sedate pace and admiring the regular wildlife that turns up along the way.
Here we are at the Col de Vatia. We did stop to take a photo, but as you can see, that's not working out too well. So we've just taken a turn off the D69, we've taken the D26 to Olivesi just for something to do, and it's a little misty and a little hairpinny. But it's good fun.
Before long, a large group of goats loomed out of the mist at us.
Oh, loads of them. Flipping heck. They're everywhere. Yeah. Loads of goats. And two dogs. Yeah, looking after the goats, I guess.
These are a couple of guardian dogs, primarily there to protect the goats from other predators like wolves. The D26 turned out to be a great road, very narrow, slippy, spiralling down into the bottom of the valley into Olivesi, where it joined the D757 for the climb out to join back into the original D69. It was a lovely diversion and a beautiful road.
There we go, leaving Cuzza. Couldn't really see the sea, but trust me, that was Cuzza.
The signposts in Corsica offer the names in both the official language French and the local Corsican language, and the old Italian influence is obvious in lots of place names right across the island.
So we're still on the D69, we're just climbing up towards the Col de Verde, north of Cuzza, or Cazzano. I don't know how far to the top. There's lots of bridges, but our hotel is an hour away, which on these roads translates to 51 kilometres, and even that might be optimistic. These roads certainly demand a level of concentration. A bit potholed. Today they're wet. The rain's been heavy, so it's pulled debris onto the road. But we're still making good progress. Should be at the hotel by 4:20. So catch up with you then. So we're continuing up the road to Col de Verde. Just had a quick comfort stop, should we call it. Still very wet, still raining a bit. I mean, it's not heavy rain, but it's raining a bit. Lots of debris on the road, as you can see, from the heavy rain that's been passing through. Hopefully we'll get a view from the top, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. But I'll talk to you further when we get there.
So unfortunately at the summit of Col de Verde it was tree lined, no real panorama, so we didn't stop, we just carried on through, and this is us starting the descent. But it certainly lived up to its name, Col de Verde, with all this beautiful lush vegetation around. It really was a lovely road to ride.
Do you know what? I think we do. Yeah, it is. There you go. You're only right, son.
So as we started our climb up to the Col de Sorba, or Bocca di Sorba, the rain started again with a vengeance. So it had sort of been the theme of the day, but I guess that's what you expect when you ride into the mountains. We'd sort of got used to it by this point, I guess, and we were still enjoying what we were seeing. And this would be the last col before we joined onto the main T20 that would take us all the way up to Venaco.
9 degrees indeed, yeah. Oh, Bocca di Sorba, yeah, altitude 1,311 metres. Motor Club Finisterre, Amalfi Coast Bikers. We got a few here. 18 clicks. Just get an eyeful of that. Look at that. That's lovely. A little bit wet and cloudy and all that jazz, but lovely all the same.
We finally spied a bit of blue sky just as we were about to join the T20, and it looked like it would be plain sailing from here on in.
Right, so we're in Venaco, Venaco. We're just taking the road out to the hotel. We've got a few kilometres down here. We should be there. Now it's finally stopped raining, but all a bit too late for us. Oh, 3 kilometres to the hotel. There you go. That's us. At last, a place with a big sign that even I can't drive past. Oh. There's an entrance there, so I'm just going to go here. Feel free to go either side of me.
So we're here at the Hotel I Casani, just Venaco, just below Corte, and yeah, it's a beautiful spa hotel, and got a room with a view of the river. You can probably hear in the background. Look at that, the river's in full flow. I guess that's from all the rain we had today and over the past few days. So yeah, beautiful. And the room's cracking as well. Got a lovely bathroom there. Sort of wet room stylish shower. So that's all good. So yeah, we're here. It was a good day's riding. Pretty wet, but you know, them's the breaks. You've got to sort of live with it with motorcycling. Roads were fantastic. Had a good day anyway. Plenty of coffee stops. Not very many miles covered. I think we were maybe 140 miles today, maybe 130, not sure. And then tomorrow, don't even have a route set for tomorrow. We need to be at Bastia to get on the ferry back to mainland France. So we need to be there about 5:30 p.m, something like that. So we've got the whole day. World is our oyster. We'll develop a plan in the morning. I'll take you with me. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
Coming up in this episode, the sun comes out again in the mountains, illuminating some beautiful mountain villages, and we board the ferry back to mainland France.
Well, good morning YouTube, welcome back to the channel. You find me in Venaco in northern Corsica, up in the mountains. Stayed at this lovely hotel overnight. Heated pool, the fullish. Not that I tried out the heated pool, but it's got one anyway. Beautiful spot, really nice. Hotel I Casini, hotel and spa, I Casini. Really nice, highly recommend it. Just getting the bike loaded up, ready to go. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll be on the road soon. Not too much of a plan today. Need to be at Bastia for the ferry by about 7:30 p.m, but apart from that, we're just going to check out some mountain roads and see what we can find. So come along with me. Let's get on the road.
So we're on the road leaving Venaco. So we've decided we're going to head eastwards towards the coast. Had to think about that then. Head eastwards towards the coast. We're going to pick up a slightly more major road in a minute, and then we're going to look for a left onto a very minor road and just see what that looks like, and see if we feel like doing a few of those today. So basically we're going to explore the roads to the west of Venaco. We're going to end up the day in Bastia to get on the ferry back to the French mainland. So last full day in Corsica. So come with us and enjoy. Beautiful view of the mountains. Look at the clouds sitting on top this morning. It's a really pleasant morning. We're at approx 19 degrees centigrade. Sunny, as you can see. And we're just climbing into the foothills of the mountains. Beautiful. Really is perched on the side of the mountain. A beautiful spot to live. On to ride through. So this is the continuation of the road through Altiano. Not really sure where we're heading, but it's worth it just for this view. And of course the sunlight sets it off, makes it even better. What a beautiful way to start the morning. If you want twisty, we've got twisty. This is definitely not a lot of straight going on there, is there? So we're tracking north on the D16. We're not completely north, are we? Actually, no. We're tracking northwest on the D16. And we've gone through Tox. We've got Campi just in front of us, and then Moita. We're going to do a couple of switchbacks, wiggle through the roads, and we'll end up tracking across to Porto Thingy. The name I can't remember. Oh, hello. Porto Lecchia. Hello piggies. Happy piggies. Lots of piggies. Ooh ah, bumpy. Ah, more cows. A few more cows. Very agile cows. Whilst these roads are great fun, great scenery, you do have to watch out for the varying quality of the surface. There's quite a lot of subsidence knocking around, so you do have to keep your wits about you, but they are great fun to ride. Interspersed with very pretty villages clinging to the hillside. So just on the final bit of the climb up to Col de Porto, well, hopefully we'll get a bit of a view. We have 1 kilometre to go. So they're not particularly high cols, so they're only at 888 metres. I think the highest we saw yesterday was 1311, although I haven't checked the altitude of every col we've been on. As you can see, the road is still quite deformed in places. So that was Col de Porto. A little bit underwhelming. Possibly a good viewpoint if we'd stopped and gone back, but we've seen so many good views while we've been riding through these mountains that I'm sure there'll be another one around the corner, like this one. Again, is very typical of a lot of roads in Corsica. The surface is pretty good on this one. This is the D71 tracking northwest up to Pontolecchia. We're about 6 or 7 kilometres outside Pontolecchia, I would say. There's a cracking road, cracking views. Gives your brakes and your tyres a bit of a workout, but really enjoyable to ride, and the weather is still good. So yeah, cracking road, recommended. So that was lunch in Pontolecchia. Very nice it was too. So we wanted to have a good lunch today, so that on the ferry later we're not needing to source a big meal. We're just going to grab a sandwich, take it on with us, just to keep things simple. Get an earlier night because it's quite an early disembarkation in Toulon tomorrow morning, so sleep can be limited. And now we're sort of heading north, up towards the north coast, where we branch east towards Saint Florent, and then we're going to do a little detour south and east to Beguglia, and then up to Bastia, and we should be there somewhere around 5 p.m, 5:30, in time to check in for the ferry. So, talk to you then. fantastic. Real variety of roads, animals on the road, variety of weather, real hot weather, bit of rain, great accommodation, great food. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, really nice 4 days. I think we probably did about 100 miles a day on average, or just over, which doesn't sound a lot, but on these roads it's quite a lot. So you know, if you come in here, don't expect to be doing huge mileage, but you don't need to, because 100 miles feels like 200 miles. You know, it's constant turns, which is great. You know, it's not monotonous in any way. It's quite tiring, but wow, you know, it's really good. Road surfaces can be variable, so you have to be attentive. You know, there could be anything around the corner, wild animals, holes in the road, good surface to bad surface, etc. But yeah, really recommend it. If you're going to come into Corsica, come to Corsica, try it out. 4 days, I would say, is probably about right. You could probably do a day longer if you wanted, but you know, we've done most of the roads we wanted to do. So yeah, it's great, recommended. And Corsica ferries, yeah, pretty good. A lot less chaotic on the way back. So I think on the way there we hit Friday night out of France. Absolute chaos, you know, quite stressful. But this one we're leaving on a Tuesday night, much better. The motorcycle parking, sort of individual in a bay at the side instead. I'll try and video that tomorrow morning when we go down to get the bike. But yeah, a lot better. Very happy with it. So that's a quick sort of recap of Corsica. I've loved it. We sail overnight. We arrive in France 6:30 in the morning at Toulon, and then we have 3 days to traverse back through France. I'll film that, I'll put it up because it's still worth it. I still love France anyway, and traversing through there, so I'll film that, I'll put it up, so stay with me. Come back, watch the rest of this trip, and as always, please like and subscribe. You know, it helps the channel so much, and it helps me grow, and it, you know, encourages me to do more things and film them for you. So yeah, please show your appreciation if you liked it, and stay with me. And yeah, I've been the Motorcycle Wanderer. See you in France. So good morning, back to France. Good morning, welcome to Toulon. So that's the 4 days in Corsica done. Fantastic. I gave a bit of a recap last night on that, and now we've got 3 days ahead of us to traverse the length of France, and then finally back to the UK. So stick with us. The weather's looking good so far. That may not last.
So this is how we end up, shades of blue and gray. I feel just like an empty bottle, my dreams are on delay. I just wanna climb on top of a hill and throw it all away. Take me far away before my mind spins off and I am all derailed. Just drive all the way to the rainbow's end. Just drive, and we'll never turn our backs again. how we end up. The game is set to play. Every day remains the same now. One decision we obey. I just wanna climb on top of a hill and throw it all away, away. Take me far away before my mind spins off and I am all derailed, derailed. Just drive all the way to the rainbow's end. Just drive and we'll never turn our backs again. Just drive. Just drive. Just drive.
Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you next time. I've been the Motorcycle Wanderer.